Hello everyone and welcome to yet another speed build here. This time I'm making a kids room and it's a unisex double room. I made sure to create it for two separate kids. It can be twins or whatever you want it to be, but it is in the children category for sure. There's a lot of colors, there's gonna be two single beds and nice little entertainment and of course stuff they can do in there. So what we're doing here is that I'm first trying to, you saw me create the room and put on a couple of walls to separate where I want the bed areas to be. So they have a bit of privacy even though they are sharing the room. I am putting the color scheme, it's gonna be quite some mixed colors because when I think children room, I kind of think colors. Lots and lots of colors. And of course I tried to find some furniture that would fit in with the whole children category, and it's a bit limited in The Sims 4 right now, but it will probably expand as expansions and packages and everything comes out. Here I decided I wanted to make use of the cute little children, television, the penguin TV there. And I was trying to find a stand for it to be on with a lot of color choices, so I could find a color that I thought would suit the room and the other furnitures. Kind of bringing in the blue and the orange from the two bedding areas together in the middle. So I am sure that it's not too separated, but still nicely blends in together. They're all nice colors that go well together anyway, and I mean, it's a children room. Come on, they have to have fun. Look at all the colors and be inspired and do their children stuff. At this point I am trying to find some kind of seats for them to use for when sitting at the television. I thought a couch was a bit an overkill, so a couple of dining chairs or high chairs there could be the thing, I thought, for them to just quickly sit up on. And then, I mean, it's kids. They have energy in their bum like mad and they're on the go constantly, so they're not gonna sit still for a long time. They're gonna crawl up on the chair, scroll down on the floor, do all kind of weird things, sit and play with some toys as well while watching. So just a couple of simple chairs would do nicely, I thought. Not too doesn't make it too crowded in my opinion. I wanted to have two of these creative tables because I think they're really nice in this game. And I mean, if you know kids, you also know that they always love to draw and paint and do all kind of messy stuff. So I thought it would be quite a nice little area to mix in where they can sit and watch television at the same time as going crazy with their creativity and still doing it all together. While, like I said before, the sleeping areas remain separately in that way. So it's a nice share room, I think, with allowing for the privacy, but also for the kids to learn from each other, being together, not just being on their own, but still at the same time being able to go separately if they need that. Even though it's just a small little corner they have there, each of them, it works, I think. So I even though the bed and this room has the blue color, I like that they made that red kind of bed end and bed head kind of thing in the wood, or red, or whatever you want to call it, cherry color, something like that, because it kind of brings in again the whole unisex theme. But I am trying to find some wallpaper, and as you probably know from my other videos, that is not my strength. My biggest weakness is flooring and wallpapering. Now here was a bit easier considering the whole children themed stuff. But I wanted to go with some, again, nice bright colors that would match in with the furnitures there, but still bring in a lot of the childish feeling. And at the same time, keeping it, and not too wild. So I think it nicely blends in with each other, even though of course there is that whole, break there, which is why I put in columns to make that break a bit more subtle. You don't notice the different wallpapers just with the, with such a rough switch. At this point I am looking a bit into the whole, I don't know if you can say knickknacks and lighting, and different kind of things you can find to decorate with. There's enough to choose between at least. But I mean, if you start making several children rooms and you want to keep using this children themed stuff that's in the game, you kind of limit in the end how different you can make it all look like. But like I said, it's the base game, so that's what to be expected. Oh, and by the way, this video is recorded at a point where the move objects on sheet had not been released yet, so that also explains why I'm sometimes struggling at making the clutter stand nicely and not too far apart. But I get alright around it. And you can always use the cheat yourself if you decide to download this room and move things a bit closer together, maybe add a few things here and there where it looks a bit bare. But yeah, this was what I could do at least at this point in the game. And another thing, I am sorry if my voice sounds really weird. I am suffering from a bad cold. I've been suffering from this cold for like, this is the 3rd week now. Really not fun. But anyway, back to the whole video. This castle I found to be rather big. So I decided to not have it in the room anyway, because in such a, in a double children room this size with all those walls and stuff, it takes a lot of space. And then I thought it would kind of kill the whole open floor there if you put in that big, massive object. So little toy chests. I think it's a toy chest at least. I thought that was a better choice. For the carpeting, I actually wanted to go with this motif, but I thought it was a bit shame that the heads kept being stuck underneath the toy chest. So I thought the one with the ladybugs fitted in nicer. And just adding in a window, so at least I have a little bit of natural light coming in. Doesn't look too much like a prison. Not that I'm saying that all rooms without windows look like a prison, but I still thought it was nice that they can look a bit outside. Even though that's not what they're gonna be busy with when they're in here. It's mostly just gonna be toying around and sleeping. And then just a tiny little curtain to, of course, be able to cover it. So I am looking at some shelves. Trying to avoid using the typical children's shelf, because I almost use that one always. You might not know that, but I know that from when I play the game. And I thought, well, let's try some just a bit more neutral shelves so it doesn't get too much with the whole big bright colors everywhere. And then the hunt for items to put on the shelves and clutter up here and there, it kind of begins. That's why I've cut out a bit here and there as well in the video. Because before that cheat, as you may very well know, especially if you don't even use that cheat at all, the move objects on cheat, well, it was very difficult to find items to place on these shelves, I think. There are several items where I always look at them and then, wow, they should be small enough. But still, maybe not. Maybe not. So yes, trying to figure out what exactly to put on those shelves can be a pain in the bum. I mean, look here. There are several things. Well, of course, some of them are way too big. But there are quite some things as well that look small enough to be able to fit there, and still I couldn't make them fit. But of course now you have the cheat and you can make everything fit there. I'm almost all out of breath when I'm talking like this. It's annoying having a cold while trying to make commentary. But anyway, this little cutie ladybug I couldn't help putting in. And then I found those couple of books that also fit nicely next to the lamp, so it didn't look at least too bare. So yeah, a couple of good night story books, I guess. Trying to fit some other lamps to put in instead of the ones I already put in the ceiling. I always put those up because they generate quite some nice light to work with. And when the natural light from outside doesn't shine in through hard enough, well, I need some light to help figuring out the colors proper, of course. Oh, and I could finally use the motif that I wanted to on that, the little picture on that carpet as well. Nice little area. You sit and play with the dragon, or you can sit together on the carpet and play at the toy chest. Few pictures coming up here and there to make the walls less naked. And of course, again, that cheat could have really been come in handy, but yeah, I kind of made do without it, because of course at that point I didn't know it was about to arrive very soon. But that's just how it is. Can't always be that lucky. And here we have some other things. What is this? Ah, yeah, some wall decor I'm putting up. A few clouds, a little moon to make it look like a nice little bedroom that your children can look at when they are trying to fall asleep. And of course the other section had to get a few similar things in there, but not completely identical. I thought it was nice that that you could, see a bit of a difference. So yeah, a few clouds again. Going up. What is the things we're doing here? Oh yeah, we're putting in some lamps now. A few other things. Here and there. A few toys to clutter it up a bit so it looks nice. Well, it is nice and used. I mean, what's a children's room without toys anyway? My kids' room, it has toys everywhere. On the floor, on the desk, everywhere. So yeah. I think I'm just trying to figure out how to make these walls less naked looking, but then still without cluttering them too much so it looks messy suddenly. Got a couple of dinosaurs there. I used the cheat to make items bigger. I normally try to stay away from it because it always bugs up for me when I do that. But in this case, I think it went alright. I have no idea how it is when you download it. But yeah, here are the screenshots then, so enjoy them, and until next time, take care everyone. Goodbye!